I think that
Whatever.
I think everything is really crazy. What I think is crazy. I think that everything is the same thing. And it's just different versions of it. Everything is water. Everything is light, matter, water.
Are you high right now?
All the same thing, just different vibrations.
And everything vibrates. And ultimately, we have to become masters of vibration to work through the dimensions of this plane. This is the third dimensional plane. So this physical,
Whatever.
physical. This is the physical plane. Now, if we close our eyes
Whatever.
and we envision something, our brain doesn't know the difference between a thought and actual reality.
You go, girl.
So I would say the creator exists beyond it, like within it maybe, but
Which one is it then?
yeah, that's what I think. I have heard that about like how all these seemingly like divine properties of water. You can attribute all kinds of things to water, like it morphs around any situation, like it always adapts to the situation. It seems to there is no way to get rid of it. It's perpetually in a cycle as if it were omnipresent.
This is what it is, okay? I said empty your mind.
He's got that covered.
Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
And outside
Everyone
of,
dies when people die, it's because of dehydration. Even if you're shot, it's the water leaving your body.
What about if you drown?
You know, if you don't have water, you're dead. Everything. Water's delivered everywhere angelically. I don't know.
Or they will say things like, dark matter 100% exists. We know for a fact that dark matter has to exist, but we don't know what it is. So, how could you know it exists?
So I don't agree with people making claims about ether and exactly what it is, and even the name.
So, how could you know it exists?
You hear that, Mr. Anderson? That is the sound of inevitability.
And we're off. Be water, my friends. As usual, if you'd like to support this channel, there are PayPal and Patreon links in the info box below. Welcome to the show, the contentless show. We're going to roll on over to Discord. I think that beautiful Betty Van Velsen snuck in there. Little stinker. Betty,
Yeah.
you little stinker, you're out there, aren't you?
How can I be a stinker?
How can you be a stinker? Now, a stinker, that's not like, it's not a literal term. A stinker is somebody that's, gets stuck in your craw.
It sounds like a bad thing.
It could be a bad thing. It depends on the context.
Can you give us some context?
Yeah, you're a stinker.
Unbelievable. Well, let me get to this super chat because it might say what I want to say. It is from Dave Scott, and he says, "Getting you off to a good start."
Well, thank you, Dave. I appreciate that, man. Dang super chat, man. Can you believe that, Betty?
No.
Me
But I'm
neither.
seeing it.
Me neither. They've been few and far between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Way to go, Dave.
sort of my line. Getting off to a good start.
Well, thank you, Dave. Maybe people will take up, champion and take up that flag.
We like that color, don't we?
I do like that color, by the way.
The thing is, orange is the color of the Dutch. Yeah.
How'd you know that? I like the combination of colors there. Why would you say that? We never talked about this.
Well, you did used to say that you liked chartreuse.
Yeah, but I like that for fishing lures.
And on your bow as well.
I did like that. I did have some chartreuse on the sexy bionic bow beast, but I don't have the sexy bionic bow beast anymore.
No, because next.
I do have the chartreuse, like you say. Still, it's in my drawer.
She's in your drawers?
No, she's not in my drawers. The chartreuse.
She.
The chartreuse. So, how do you say it in Dutch?
Chartreuse.
Yeah, that. That's
really
in my
Dutch.
bow drawer.
Most is French. We sort of say it the French way.
Say it the French. I ain't gonna say it the French way. I'm not French.
I say it the French way because you have loan words from France as well here in Holland.
You shouldn't be saying it in French because remember, you're like a purebred. Right?
Yes. Well, lichtgroen. Does that say something to you?
Just to let everyone know out there, that's what Betty. She tried to put me in my place by saying more or less that they're purebred. She was a purebred, and I was a mongrel.
Yep. You are.
I just wanted everyone to know where you stood.
You think there will be sort of a hate speech against me now?
Not hate speech, but I would expect some sympathizers on my behalf.
Are there?
I don't think so.
I don't hear anybody. You would expect someone, right? But no. Mm-mm.
It's good to just think that there might be sympathizers, not simps. Now, I don't like that simp word because simp has a negative connotation. Ever since I heard that word,
Sims.
Yeah, simps. It's like a cross between a gimp and a simpleton.
I thought of The Simpsons.
You would.
Somebody says in the chat, like, Betty called you a mutt.
Yes. Essentially, yes. But everyone knows what happens with purebreds, right? They have these diseases that pop up. Right?
I remember Kiwi calling me a mutt.
But that was for different reasons, though.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Okay, we're getting off to a good start. So we got. Go ahead.
What is the reason?
What was no? That's for another show, Betty.
Why?
Because we
had
got
no content anyway. So
yeah, but I've already had content without content so far. So I want to keep it going. I don't want to use all the content up I could potentially have right now.
Saving up on content, huh?
That's correct.
Or at least the expectation of content.
Now you're thinking.
Huh. Okay, well, you got another super chat from Unit Talks Vemu, and he says, "Can I stream your presentations on TikTok?"
Yes.
Well, that will be 30 seconds of things.
Yeah, the TikTok thing. I haven't really. We were supposed to talk about that last week, but we didn't get around to it. Nathan and I. We might. I don't know. TikTok is like, it's
of the devil.
Yeah.
Not Betty. Not when you are going live. They can go 24/7.
Huh?
If you are going live, it can go 24/7, not 30 seconds.
TikTok is from China.
Yeah. You can go a
I'm
little
from
longer. You mean?
Croatia. Who cares?
I gotta turn him. Where's Adam at?
I have no idea.
He was
Having
just
tea?
he was just here.
Oh, maybe he has some problems hearing us. Maybe.
What in the world, Adam? You better get back in here. He probably had another bar mitzvah he had to go to with his daughter.
With his daughter.
I told
I
the
was a long time ago. I also told you something about TikTok. Remember? And I was also exploring it, but you didn't want to, sort of devote any time to it.
really, you did bring up. I
Yeah.
thought it was another. Well, yeah, I'm not saying you didn't. I can't recall it, but go on.
That's how great of a listener you are.
Is that a backhanded slight again?
I have no idea. What do you think?
Oh boy, I can't get away from
Oh boy. Yeah, I was investigating how that works, but you have to basically, when you want to upload some TikTok things, you have to upload the app as well, I think, and I can make you do a lot of things, but download some stuff.
Speaking of
You
which,
better try lipstick on a honey badger.
no, you're getting your metaphors mixed up. It's lipstick on a pig and mascara on a honey badger.
Oh, what the hell does it matter? I just match him up.
Now we got Adam back. It's just a T with some dots and shit. You got some problems there, brother.
Is he
Adam.
at the top? He might have his mouth full with some.
Adam.
Oh, give him a moment.
Don't you see it's printed? Doesn't that look a little suspect?
In what way?
It's usually the Adam Meakin, but now it's just T ... and a small t at that.
I have his whole name here.
Do you?
Yeah.
Same here.
Is it something going on with Discord?
Maybe there's something going on with you.
There's always something going on with me, but I'm telling you what I'm looking at right here, and it's T ... I'll take a screenshot. You calling me a liar?
Yeah, you got to validate that claim, QB.
All right. Yes, I do. All right. 1 second.
Ooh, you got another super chat from Unitox Fame.
Damn.
Thank you, TY. Soon Chinese and Slavs will watch you.
All right. I got that.
What does that mean? Thank you. Is it TY? Is that thank you?
Yes.
Soon Chinese and Slavs will watch you. Okay.
There you go.
There
Yep.
what bro?
I put it right in main chat. I just took a screenshot of everyone in here, and it has. You know what? I'll mess around and show everyone out there.
You put it in main chat when you're in BALLBUSTERS text chat thing.
Look at this, people. I screenshotted this, and there was Adam down there. It had small t. If you can see it, it's probably hard to see. Dot.
He's one, too. Yeah, there must be something going on.
Claim supported.
Yep.
Neil, why do you have your video camera on?
Don't you want to see his gorgeous mug?
T ... Dot's back.
No, I see his whole name. So weird. Adam, can you speak? I see you off mute.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can.
I don't know. My computer's gone spastic. Everything else works by Discord, so I've just tried on my phone. So.
Oh.
Okay, Adam.
I don't know. It's annoying. Hence, probably me popping in and out. So sorry, I don't know. I just can't hear anything from you. So I'll stay on my phone and I'll try and sort it out on the PC.
Well, QE sees your name in a totally different way than we do. Maybe that says something.
Freudian.
Did he say Freudian?
I have no idea what he's saying.
T
I need
dot
translators.
T dot dot dot. What did you say? Oh boy,
He's gone.
we're
We have
lacking.
tried.
Yeah. T dot. He's back.
He's on mute.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll stay on here.
Now, can you hear us?
Yeah, all good.
Okay. Welcome to the show.
He's louder, but he's unhearable, if that's a word.
Unbearable.
Hearable. So, what are we gonna do with this contentless show?
Don't know. I figured I'd let her budge because she usually turns into something.
So, when you said first, I saw later on a whole lot of posts from Beyond the Imaginary Curve.
From Dell. Really? Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me scroll up.
Does that mean that he likes you?
Too small details being a wise ass.
Well, you're right. Dell was in here. Dell, what's up, Dell?
Dell was here. So, does he consider us a part of the crew?
I don't think so.
Why is he here then?
I think it has something to do with yesterday. He came on Nathan's show, and it got. You can imagine how it got.
Heated.
That's so fault.
You could say that. We don't need no color commentary yet, Neil. I'll let you know when you can provide color commentary.
Oh, excuse me, I forgot. Your guy. I get it.
We'll never tell you.
So Betty.
Yeah.
So after, I don't know if you listened to that, but if you did, after the after show,
will be presented ever after.
Yeah, the ever after show. There, I was indicted for not speaking up, even though I tried to speak up a couple times, right? But it was such a maelstrom that I couldn't get a word in edgewise. But still, they felt that that charge was warranted.
You know that the word maelstrom is loaned from the Dutch?
Yeah.
Don't lose focus on it, Betty.
I got it from.
Tried to get in.
I got it from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, maelstrom. It's indeed a sailor term.
Yes.
But yes.
Yes, but it easily translates. It was more or less a maelstrom. I tried to get in legitimately when I felt it was appropriate, but I was drowned out. But apparently, my efforts were, how would you say it? Kind of put in the light of how would you say constitutionless?
Weak attempt.
Weak attempt. There you go, Neil. He'll let you know.
I thought the word thwarted was a nice one.
What they thwarted me, but they there were some people on the panel that thought that I wasn't applying myself, and they used.
Why? Because you really got a big male crush on Dell.
Exactly, because they know that I'm not saying everyone knows, but a lot of people in the genre knows, especially on the panel and stuff, that they were privy to some information I gave them, some time ago, which you knew many years ago, that I have sort of kind of a man crush on Dell. I always liked Dell. I always liked the cut of his jib, right? And
His what?
The cut of his jib.
Jif?
Not Jif, jib.
What is Jif?
It's not Jif. It's not peanut butter.
Jif is a sort of product to clean stuff with here in Holland. So, what? How do you spell it?
The cut of his jib, J-I-B. if you want to be with me.
Huh? But what does it mean exactly?
It's look it up.
No, you tell me. You know, it's your language.
You're kind of partial to the way the person carries himself.
Okay, mannerisms or
It relates to sailing or cranes.
Cranes.
You can have a jib on a crane, can't you? But I think the sailing thing, I don't know, something to do with the sailing there.
All right, fair enough.
Or a mast. But I like the cut of it. I like the way you use that phrase.
Yeah, you like the cut of that phrase. Like, so you like the cut of the jib of the phrase.
Yeah. I'll say a point on that. I used to like the cut of the jib. The jib's turned into this like gibberish, unfortunately.
Uh-oh.
But that's with a G, right?
No, J.
No, but gibberish isn't.
Yeah, but it has the same sound, so it's cool.
Yeah, that's so nasty with you and your language there.
Listen, you keep on trying to put ownership on this thing. I was born into it.
Mongrel.
You mongrel.
Yeah, even the language you use is mongrel. Like
you act like I made it up, right? I didn't.
Well,
I was
to
just.
be honest, you make up a lot of stuff.
You are in a rumpus mood tonight, boy.
Yes, I am. I'm back.
Yeah. So getting back to the
Just
topic.
to break that bit up. Well, just to. I've gone to 24/7 and I can hear them fine when in their room. But for some reason, I don't know if Righteous could have a look, see if there's a reason. But I can't hear a thing.
You want to change the region, Betty?
You could do that. You could try. Maybe sometimes that helps.
Yeah, I'll do it. Give me a sec.
Don't take it too far, because you might screw with me.
Well,
right,
that would be a new thing.
Let's go U.S. Eastern.
All right, drop on, come back in again, Adam.
So let's go back to the jib. So you have something with Dell, but are you concurring with all the things that he says?
No, that's not what I meant. I always liked Dell. Like I said, I like the cut of his jib for many years. You already know that. So a couple panel members thought that my lack of enthusiasm for joining into the discussion it probably had something to do with that. So that I was kind of partial to Dell. That's why I wasn't, getting into the conversation. But that wasn't the case. Yeah. Go ahead, Neil. Oh, we changed the region on Neil. Now Neil can't speak.
I can hear you. Thank God. Cheers, Righteous.
Yeah. Okay.
I said that's a fact.
See, Neil is on it. He thinks he's got confirmation that my partiality got in the way of my objectivity, is what he's trying to say, Betty.
Well, at least it makes you human because you never had that happen before. So.
Thanks, Betty.
I remember you really liked Witsit, and then you said that you didn't like him. So.
Yeah, there was never a cut of the jib which shits at 60, though. What the heck? Neil, what are you doing back there in the background?
What you just said. Witsit, there was never a cut of the jib.
I'm just being honest, man. Neil, you need to go on mute for a little while until you get your mic and stuff squared away, because I got you turned all... No, I don't. I lied.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go on mute. I'm driving and working, so I can't talk. I'll stay on mute.
Gotcha. I just turned you up, though.
Driving and working.
Yeah.
I wonder what he's doing for work when he's driving.
I'll bet you're wondering.
Taxi driver.
Taxi driver.
Yeah, taxi drivers drive. Yeah, that's taxi driver. Good one, despite everything. Is that you, Sasha?
Negative, doing air conditioning. My
Yes.
brother's driving. He's very noisy.
Yes, I am.
All
That's the translation of Unitouch Swim.
Oh, that's all right. I should have known that being Yugoslavian, but I didn't.
Oh, doesn't matter. Oh, which part of Yugoslavia it's coming?
What did you say? Huey, Yugoslavian?
Well, just wait a second,
yeah.
Wait a second, Mighty Mush. I'm talking to Sasha. I'll get back to you in 1 second. What did you say, Sasha?
Which part of do you know which part of your roots of Yugoslavia?
Yeah, I told you that before. My grandfather and grandmother came from Croatia.
Yep. Croatia, but which part? Do you know that one?
I don't know, but I seen a street name with my last name on it in Croatia.
Okay, I will find that because that name, that second name, yeah, it's for me. It's like it sounds like Croatian.
Yes, yeah. There's a street. Me and Betty found it, or Betty and I found it one day when we were searching for my roots.
Yeah, and Vlad, it's also Mighty Mush. It's also Yugoslavian. I want to tell you.
Okay,
Hey,
yeah.
I'm a quarter Yugoslavian. Can I fit in the club too?
Negative.
Oh, come on.
All right, Mighty Mush, what's up?
No, that was it. They just answered my question. You just, I just want to know, you don't speak the language, right?
I don't.
All good, yeah. Just the roots, right?
Yeah, yeah, my grandmother and grandfather did, and I never learned it because I'm a mutt.
That's good to know.
Oh, does the last name, you guys, does the last name of John mean something?
What is it?
No, Stunia.
Yeah.
Stunia. But no.
So my name is meaningless, and I got a contentless show. That's what Betty's going for.
All right, cheers, yeah.
Too funny. Yeah.
That kind of surname has no meanings like in our language. In our language, only surname has the meaning, but has the meaning of the name. You have the Peter, and from the Peter you have the surname. Let's say, but other surnames you don't have any. Maybe some of them but most of them they don't have any.
What?
Most people don't have any surname?
Like mine. My surname has no any meaning.
Okay.
My last name.
How did you get your surnames then?
It's from my parents, from my father.
Of
Sasha,
course.
what my last name means muscle and a small mouse. It could mean both.
Hey, Mighty Mush, your
Yes,
mic,
sir.
your mic sounds like a dang busted chainsaw, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Vlad opet I krči.
A lot of rattling.
Oh, Betty sent me a message.
Yep.
Dal says liking me or not is irrelevant. Dal, it wasn't supposed to be relevant to anything. It was they were charging me with that stuff, man. They said I was impartial for not stepping in.
He says afterwards, all I see is dishonesty, no ability to have reasoned discussion.
He's not talking about me then.
Representations and attacks, all while making affirmative claims of stationary Earth.
You're not talking about me. So I don't know what he's going for here. What's your mission here, Del? That's what I want to know. What's your mission here with me? You calling me a liar, sir?
Ooh.
I don't think you are. If you are, you better check yourself. You tracking? My impartiality will be put to the side very quickly. Are we tracking?
Right. All right.
All right.
Can we move on?
We can. Quantum eraser is the Earth stationary. Yes, it is, Dell. Now, why don't you get on proving your claim? Right? Not what I think, what you think. What's your claim? Get in here. What's your claim? And then provide evidence. Pretty simple. My favorite color used to be chartreuse. Now it's teal.
Teal. I like that word.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah. Alrighty then.
Be nice, please.
Oh, I was going to say the Discord's open. I wanted to join. If he's got something to present.
Is this nice pauses that you like so much?
I do like silent pot. I told you I don't have a problem with them.
No? Okay, let's be silent all.
People out there might not like that. I did have some content. Because I was in 24/7 last night. I was posting some possible content. I would post something. I would bring topic up, and I said, that's a show. The show about nothing.
About nothing.
This is the comments that's just come up from Dell. This is the issue, mate. What have you become? You need to prove stationary. You need to explain and demonstrate the mechanism that creates motion of objects up and down. So, Dell, I think this is your problem, mate. This is what you've become. You can postulate any old sack of shit, and your response is to put that to the person that's asking you to explain your sack of shit. You become a disgrace, mate. You become a shill. Look at your behaviour. Big shilly shell you. Wee shelly shell. You disgrace, demeans the position that we all liked and that you earned. I know that little man crush from QE. Yeah? Behaviour demeans that now. It's pathetic, mate.
You still want to try to move on, Betty?
Not particularly. Let's listen to the silence.
Well, I was in the middle of giving
arguments falling down.
I was in the middle. There's one thing that's been bugging me. It's been bugging me for a long time, and I brought it up yesterday, and then it happened again today.
Bugs.
Say again?
Bugs.
Bugs.
Yeah, bugs are bugging you.
Oh God. Okay. I did. I'll get back to that. You know something? I've had problem with ants. I know this is gonna get the subscriber count up, but I got to tell you, the odorous ants. That's right. There's another little story with that, because the odorous ants. Because my son, he'd smash them, and he said, "Did they smell?" And I'm there, what? And one day I'd seen one, I smashed one, and I said, you know what? You're right. And their name is odorous ants. They're real tiny ants. They can get into everything, right? But anyway, this year it turns out, and I didn't say anything. I was thinking it the whole time, and I didn't bring it up to my wife, that we haven't had too much of an ant problem. No less than 5 minutes after that, I'm cleaning up, the table and the dishes. I looked down, and my cat had dropped a little piece of food on the floor, and I went to pick it up. Wouldn't you know it? Guess what was there?
Bugs.
Damn ant, not bugs. I couldn't believe it. I said I waited all this time, and I told my wife like 5 minutes before. I said, not the ant year this year, right? And wouldn't you know it? I should have known better. So that's my story on that. Now, here's my other story. So I have a little pet peeve of pronunciation of words correctly, especially when we're talking in the natural science realm. Now, this doesn't go for, English versions or, you're just bullshitting around with your pals and slang and all that. However, and this is in ball tards mainly, and it happened again today. And I don't think anyone's brought this up, so I'll bring it up. If you want to be thought of not as a complete fraud or a pretender clown, at least you could do is pronounce words correctly. I mean, once you don't do that, then, anyone that can fog a mirror is going to say, huh? What? Right? So there's two that are constantly, from the beginning, been mispronounced. And ever since I started listening, I was going to say something, but, we just got off on different tangents. But it's really sticking in my craw. And it happened again today because we were doing a Red's Rhetoric review on Nathan's show. And Martimer, the moron 81, he gave a segue to Martimer, and Martimer come on and start doing his nonsense, little algebraic manipulations like he was some mathematical god when he's a numpty dipshit. But he went ahead and said it. He said, guess what the word was, buddy?
I have no idea.
Centripetal.
So, the centripetal. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, folks, it's not centripetal, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Ball tarts. It's centripetal.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, okay? I know a lot of flat earthers been Jedi mind tricked over the years by listening to numpty ball tards screw up the pronunciation of these two words. Right? It's always centripetal and centrifugal. No, it's not. Hello. It's
as if it goes to your feet. Now, I'm getting a bit confused. It's like you're like a weird girlfriend. I'm getting mixed messages, bruv. You said to us that anytime any of you think you can actually engage in discussion, come and see me. And now you're just rambling in chat, so I'm a bit confused. What kind of... And now you're asking me questions. You're wanting to learn things again, Del. Thought you had something to propose. Yeah, so asking me what kind of accelerative force can accelerate gas and liquid without displacement occurring as though they are one uniform solid, seems to me you have lots of questions for your theory. Is that what you're asking for advice? Because the way you're behaving is not the way I ask for advice. Distract away again, QE.
Yeah, distract away. Did you think I was red herring fallacying away from this?
I've got ants in my pants. I don't know what your ants had to do with that.
I will let you...
Well, I've had loads of ants this year. Loads. Coming up on my patio at the top of the garden.
It wasn't just the ants. That was part of... It was part of my contentless content today. You can even ask people at 24/7. I went in there. I said, listen, I'm in search for a show. I'll bring up some topics and we'll see how it goes. And that was legitimate, man. I'm not trying to red herring fallacy away. I wanted to bring that up.
All right, Dallies, look, because we're rambling now, it's silly. You don't want to get involved. No, the door's open, mate. I don't need to shout like you. But I'm more than happy to listen to something if you can put it together and demonstrate what you're talking about instead of challenging me to provide you with information on things as if my answer will complete your theology. So the door's open, mate. Come and explain it to people. So far it's not been very good what you've presented. It seems to be riddled with logical flaws, lack of understanding of mechanics, all sorts of problems. But the door's open, mate. Weak as fuck. Come and see me when you grow a set. Don't need to come and see you. We're here. I'm just saying, come and talk to us now, Del. Adam is not equipped. That's why. Equipped with what, Del?
Hey, Betty, for a contentless show, we're getting some content.
in which direction?
It's not a good direction for you, is it?
Well, I don't like the whole fighting.
The demonstrations are all on my channel. Now he just acts daft. It's brilliant, though.
You know what I sort of get the picture of? Like a snake biting its own tail.
Betty, don't get Dell on your bad side, Betty.
Who cares about Dell? What demonstration? Throwing a bottle out a window? Come on, Dell.
Well, it's not exactly him alone. I mean, I feel that sometimes it's like that Pete and Pete guys too. That's super critical, you know, and then even attacking the things that we sort of do know, right? And then it's so they get so hyper skeptical that you basically are eating yourself up by doing that. And there's no nothing anymore, right? There's nothing.
What is he doing, Betty? He's just look at what he's typing. Yeah, it's just ad hom and asking information from us. Yeah, he's coming in, and now he's saying, "Look at my demonstration." Well, what are you demonstrating, Dell? That's what I'm asking you. When you throw shit out of a window, what does that demonstrate about what the nature of the Earth is and how, or whether it is or isn't moving and in what direction it's doing? How does throwing shit out of a window demonstrate that? And do you see why us flat earthers that took the ball apart are confused by your complete drop in standards of proof? It's nonsensical. Like I said earlier, people had respect for you, the way you spoke to people on the streets, the way you disseminated information about the flat earth, the way you logically put the ball nonsense and demonstrate how they were using fallacy in many ways. And now you've picked that fallacy flag up and you're running with it. And your only rebuttal is like that of a baller, which is to just do what you're doing. Absolute clowns. Let me read the rest. Yeah, you know, it's not good, mate. It's not good. And so Adam now admits he doesn't comprehend anything I've shown. No, I'm saying you're not making anything comprehensible. No. Throwing shit out a window and claiming the Earth's moving upwards, or claiming a density column means the Earth moving upwards, is not comprehensible. It's nonsense, mate. And it's certainly, most fundamentally, because I know you've stayed away from science and you're now starting demonstration, it's not even demonstrating that, mate. And that's what I'm saying. Look at your standards. Look where they've slipped to. You're going to say a density column means the Earth's moving upwards. Right, I think I've finished with my ramble. I think I've made the point, Del. Have a look at yourself. Say, lol, total joke. No, they're great points, Del, that you're scared to address, mate. You are the baller, tractor beam, Earth cult. Shocking, mate. You see what I mean? You can't address the points. And the story you're peddling is being laughed at. And like I say, it's woeful. It's lower standards than the ball, if we're being honest, aren't we? A lot lower. All right, I'm definitely done now.
Take it away, Betty.
To where?
Fix this community, Betty. Fix it now.
To the harbor? In the mole stream? However you pronounce it?
It's the maelstrom, Betty.
No, the maelstrom, yes. Too funny. I can take us home.
We don't want to go home yet.
Okay. Well.
Oh my God. Look at what you've descended to. Thanks for these recordings. Wow.
Recordings of what?
I said shill earlier. That's not a great example of shilly, ball-like troll behaviour, gem panda behaviour, conspiracy cats. Oh, I've just had my ass handed to me, so I'm going to say, oh, I've got some great recordings to use against you guys. What are you here for, Del? To find stuff to use against us? Is that your purpose now? You're a joke, mate. You're undoing all the good work you did, which is a real shame. A real shame. Because QE's going to have to take his posters down. You on the high street in Glasgow chatting to students. He's going to have to take them down, mate. He was hoping to get one of them signed. The worst thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's too bad. Yeah, no one's beyond reproach.
No, double troll attack now. Instead of dealing with me now, he's going to attack Arwin and call him Arwine. You're an ignorant boy. Oh, you're just doing... Yeah, you're just fulfilling the accusation I've put you to in another way now. You know nothing of mechanics in any capacity, Arwin. You attack Arwin now. Why is that? Is that because I've just handed you your ass and you've run off from me? You want to attack somebody else? Look at what you've become, son. Get a grip, son. Yeah? Get a grip of yourself. Go and read this chat. It's pathetic.
Attack me, Del. Attack me.
Betty, we're spiraling. Help.
Do you have any content?
Somebody's spiraling in chat, aren't they?
Do you have any content to save us, QE? Help.
Hey, everyone.
Uh-oh, Brian's here to save today.
This is great content.
Yeah, well, I
welcome to come in and discuss with us, or continue spiraling in chat and keep demonstrating and proving the behaviour that I've accused him of. Shillery, bullshittery, and just not actually prepared to stand by the claims. And all he's prepared to do is then ask questions of us to somehow, demonstrate his claim. It's total baller behaviour. It's the behaviour of somebody who's being deceitful and not honest.
Well, if I could add a lighter note to it, some of the ballers are supposedly having a go at Dell. It's like, that's your claim, ye bozos. Albert Einstein claims the Earth is moving up, not anything is falling down. That's how Albert Einstein claims. The Earth is moving up. That's what his equivalence principle is about, because it's based around the globe. Because he was under pressure to see how that works on the globe. So his equivalence principle is what that's all about. So nothing is falling down. There is no weight. The Earth is moving up. Albert Einstein. So why would any baller worth their salt be attacking Dell when Dell's claim is basically the same exact claim as Albert Einstein, with some caveats? They literally are having a problem, and they think they're literally, some of them are pointing at Dell and saying Dell has been stupid flat earther. But that's their claim. They don't even know their own claim. Hopefully some of them make videos.
Wasn't that the Flat Earth Society that said that the Earth is moving up?
Yeah, they said too.
Wasn't that sort of the epitome of a shill? If you said that.
Glad you said that, Bay.
Huh? Yeah. Well, I thought that the Flat Earth Society was known for his...
There's another one. I'm going to rubbish you, Betty. So you brought up a good point. Epitome. And then we got centrifugal, centripetal. And then we got the newest on the block from McBooger Eater. Hyperbole.
Well, that's how we say it.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, hyperbole, yes. Not hyper, but hyperbole. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not Dutch.
No. Too funny.
He's not much either.
He does speak double Dutch, though.
Double Dutch.
We got another super chat. Dave Scott says, archery then?
Archery. Oh yeah, we don't want to talk about that. The last competition wasn't. We can move past that. So Betty, how's the weather over there?
it's a bit cloud.
Brian got it wasn't my best showing. There's not too much to say beyond that.
You F up.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens. Well, if it was like not a sport, then it would be something that everybody could do, right?
I don't know. I effed up with it. You know, it like I said, it happens.
You're human, John.
Huh?
That's what I'm saying. You're human, right?
Yeah. Isn't that just intuitive?
Not always, because you tend to sort of see yourself as like above some people.
That's some bullshit.
Mr.
You tend to be a pretentious go-numpty.
Mongrel.
A contentious go-numpty mongrel.
You said it, not me.
You really put me in a bad light and stuff. I never put myself above others.
You say that they can't compete with you. Well,
In what context?
Sciencey.
But that's not being pretentious. That's just stating facts.
You're the best skater. You can
Skater? No, I'm not the best skater.
Better than anybody else. You can do archery better than anybody
No,
else.
I never said that.
Oh, yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you.
That's
sort
some
of said,
bullshit.
Yeah, you like it so much that you can.
That's bullshit. I've never said that.
You can say that, but you did say.
Yeah, I never did. People already know that.
Of course they don't.
Of course they do.
They think. I think that they know.
No, you don't think. How do you? You think? How? What was your method to figure out how you know what they're thinking?
Because they're on my side.
Yeah, right. That's some bullshit, man.
Yeah, they might be on your side when you're talking about certain stuff in science and that sort of stuff. But
well, science. That's
they know that you can flip out really easily, right?
What do you mean flip out easily?
Oh yeah, well I will rip your lungs out. That sort of stuff, you know.
Yeah, when I catch a pretender clown.
You. Am I one?
Sometimes.
There you go. So there's your proof, guys.
There ain't no proof. That's a friggin' non sequitur proof.
The persons that he likes, he will call out as pretender clowns and rip the lungs out if he has the.
That's intellectually speaking.
Yeah, through. I wish I could go through the screen and rip your lungs out. That's not mentally. That's physically.
Yeah, but that's the metaphor. No one could go through the computer screen.
But the thing is that if you could, you would.
Go ahead, Brian. Save us.
I was going to say that just to back you up, QE, there was a time when Betty was pretending to be German because she was Betty von Velsen for a while there.
Not true. I think that was GeoStreamer that made it von Velsen. But I had that debate with him. He made it because he liked it because it was a movie, I think, for something. It was a movie about some guy that was a hero and whatever. So he made it out to be that way, and he is German, GeoStreamer.
QE from one mutt to another. Don't let purebred Betty rile you up.
But it is so easy, guys. Come on, it's so easy.
And you got Oxbow Spirit. Every shot has the potential to be the best shot or the worst shot. You got people evaluating why. I'm going to tell you, here's the reason. Here's the reason why. And I've pinpointed it because 2 weeks ago, I had another outing. It wasn't a competition. It was just going out, just shooting. And I wanted to hammer throw my bow. And I found that there's a commonality between that episode and the episode I had yesterday. or not yesterday, but on Saturday. And
Episode?
yeah, it was an episode. So
Episode.
I have a. If I won't get rumpus, I have a rationale for it. I know why, and that's probably the most important thing. And here, the reason why is, I went and trained like a maniac Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday without shooting. And on Thursday, I rounded my little training routine off with weight training. Now, I've weight trained most of my life, so I know what the deal is, and I just started back into it after like a 5 or 6 year layoff. So what everyone knows, if you ever weight trained, it's not the next day that you get a little sore and fatigued. It's the day after that. So I rounded it off on Thursday with a pretty significant workout. And on Saturday, I woke up Saturday right before the competition. I said, I told my buddy as we were going, I said, dude, I'm not feeling it. And it showed. Because when I got out there and started practicing, I could feel it. I was getting, I don't want to say fatigued, but I wasn't comfortable, right? I just didn't feel right, and that's the reason why. So in the future, I am going to remove that weight training portion more than 2 days away from the competition. Good.
I think that's good, yes. But can you do 2 days without bow shooting?
Yeah, see, that's the problem, Betty. You've pinpointed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
You're so
issue.
Like, you need to get your hands on that bow, man.
Yeah, so hopefully the weather will cooperate and it'll put the stopper. Whether it's a pressing heat like it's going to be today, well, maybe not today. We got a lot of clouds today, but tomorrow it's really going to be bad, so no shooting then. And Thursday. Oh, I got an update for you, Betty. Don't forget to remind me about a little update for Wednesday and Thursday. Speaking of which, but we can talk about that after the show.
I don't know about you, Brian, but that was an excuse worthy of a good fisherman, wasn't it?
You can call it an excuse. That's fine. I don't have a problem with it.
I have to say, Adam, I understand it because it is always the day after that you get the stiffness. It's always the day after.
You're buying into the story. You're buying into the story. You believe it now.
Are you calling Brian a QE simp?
I'm just saying you tell a good yarn.
Well, we're going to put it to, I already know. I don't have to put it to the test. That's the reason why. But that's okay. It's not that I shot overly. I didn't lose any arrows or anything. I just wasn't hitting where I wanted to hit. And on one, I got the perfect bullseye, a 12, but I was.
There you go. You need to do.
I did. I shot my buddy's fletchings off. He got a 12, and then I came in right behind him. But anyway, but I told him, when I shot, that if they would have seen my float, it looked like a crack whore on DTs. I was just all over the place. Right? Do you know what float is?
On?
What?
Did you have the right glasses on?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. So
maybe you need some new ones.
So shut up, Betty.
Sorry. I'm a moot.
Go on, moot.
I'd like to point out you've put Dell off.
Did I?
Mm.
Yeah. Is he gone?
Droning on.
Well, we wanted to get to the point. It's very simple. I don't know why he asked me the question, do I think the Earth is stationary? Meaning it's not moving. So that is a claim of non-existence. So I don't have to prove claims of non-existence. That's a logical fallacy. You know what the logical fallacy is? Proving non-existence fallacy. Look it up. Number one. Number two, if you got a claim, just state your claim and support it. It's just as simple as that. You don't have to attack somebody else's claim. You know who has that same disease? Shits at 60. He has that same disease. He tries to get to for you, or he tries to debunk friggin' beach balls by it's so silly by demonstrating that luminescent phlogiston exists. Don't worry about the beach balls. Just prove that your luminescent phlogiston exists. So he's got that same disease. It's running around here rampant for some reason. So it's really simple. If you have a claim, just come out and state your claim and support it. It's very easy. Doesn't have to be any animosity or anything. No name calling, nothing like that. If you have a claim, just come out and state your claim and provide support. It's just that simple. Am I missing something?
No, because basically what you're being asked is, how are you going to prove it's not moving? It's
like get to
the experience. Yeah.
Del, okay, beyond the imaginary curve, Del, you're back. Come on in here. Right? Come on in here and we'll deal with it. Just state your claim and then provide support for it. It's that easy. Doesn't have to be no name calling, talking about my favorite colors and things like that. Just state your claim and provide evidence for it. That's it. It's as simple as that. There doesn't have to be any drama. We're all held to that standard. No one's above reproach. Don't attack.
I'll ask you to sign his picture.
What's that?
I'm joking. No, I hope he does come in. I'd like to explain it, Del. The points you're making are again asking me to demonstrate things. I'd just draw you to the last point, yeah? Yes, you do, son. You have a directional vector. Wait, density gradient. What's that? What does that mean? Oh, you say that as if that in of itself is a proof. Would like you to come and just explain the significance of that statement. What you think it means? I assume it means the Earth's moving up. Appears to be where we're at. But you've got an open door, and no one, we don't shout like you. Unless calm, considered opinion is too scary. Please come in, mate, because I think it'd be good for everyone.
Well, my question still stands. Is that unreasonable? Am I off the reservation with this? If you have a claim, just come in and make your claim and then provide support. Just provide evidence for it. There's no problem. No issue. No drama needed. When there is drama, then you're going to get a weathered eyebrow raised. That's what's going to happen. Because right away, I know that there's some pretender clown action going on, and you don't want to be found out to be a pretender clown in my vicinity. You're not going to like the end result. That goes for anyone. We tracking. And I would like to be held to that same standard. And I am. There's no get out of friggin' jail free card. I don't have it. Never did. Never wanted it.
Yeah. For example, if I was going to come in here and talk about an experiment that involves a certain type of meat.
Oh, brother.
I would surely be chastised.
This Del.
That was
hold on a second. Del. I have a claim of non-movement, non-existence. It's stationary. It's non-existence, moving. Right? I don't need to provide evidence for that, sunshine. I don't need to provide evidence for proving non-existence. Look up, get your Google fingers, right? And look up proving non-existence fallacies. My God. Get in here, state your claim, and provide evidence.
No, you're not going to get that. The chat says it. Beyond the imaginary curve. You need to demonstrate the physics of a directional vector without motion.
I never made a claim!
just like the ballers. You need to demonstrate your containment.
You're not that. He's Del. You're not that stupid.
No, he's not. So you have to ask, why is he taking this line of attack to us? Why is he doing this?
My
policy?
word.
Adam, did you say directional vector without containment?
Ah, that was a
Sorry.
conflation of the two things I said. One was Dell's, and then the other one was what I added to, like the things that the ballers ask you. Yeah? You need to prove why it can't. You know what I mean? Why it's flat by some straw man, and this is what he's doing now. You've got to demonstrate, not him demonstrate what he's claiming, which is the reason we have relative density play out is because of an applied upward force generated by an ever accelerating Earth. Yeah.
Hey, Adam.
But the relative density doesn't exist within his paradigm. He admitted that yesterday.
And these are some of the questions that, if he would come in as a gentleman and discuss, we could go through, and the kind of questions we may have with regards to his philosophy, we could ask, and he could explain to us in a civilized manner and put our concerns aside, couldn't he, with a decent argument? But that seems to keep being denied by him, and I don't know why. Oh, well, I can imagine why.
Well, if he's talking about, I don't know exactly, but I presume he's talking about, let's just say, the air density gradient, right? If he's talking about that, that's already, you know what I mean? That's already been addressed. You know, we can demonstrate what creates.
It's just straw manning, Brian. You are stating stationary can create a vector. Am I? Why would I state that? Oh, why are you being what? This is just total troll. Shill. Is this your real account, dude? Someone's just making you give, bruv.
Density differential. Density
You
differential.
don't even comprehend what your claim consists of. What? Not my claim, Dow. You're the one that's making a claim. You're the one that's creating all this kerfuffle, aren't you? So why are you now behaving like this and trying to straw man me? Straw man the Flat Earth debate panel. What are you doing, dude? Other than demonstrating you're a shill. I'm explaining it very simply. You're not. Listen to what you said. You don't comprehend what your claim consists of. Yeah? You are stating stationary can be a vector. Yeah? How is that explaining anything, dude? Come on and talk to us. Explain it in a civilized manner. You've still not got the point, have you, what QE's made to you? I think 3 times now when you say, lol, it's a claim.
I'm not going to say it again.
Don't think it'd be beneficial.
You don't get it. You don't get it.
I think personally that the people who are focusing on the upward rising Earth are focusing on effects that they don't understand and claiming that must be caused by this thing, this Earth moving up, without looking at all of the factors involved. That's the problem. They're not looking at every other factor involved. They're just looking at this one thing, saying the only thing that can cause this effect that I see that I don't understand is this thing. Now, they haven't proven the cause of the effect. They just claimed it without proving anything. And, you know, I don't understand an effect. I'm claiming it's this thing, and I'm just going to go with it, regardless of what the implications of what I'm claiming is. I mean, yesterday I said it. I said an air-filled balloon within that paradigm must behave exactly the same as a helium-filled balloon. They don't. An air-filled balloon goes down, helium balloon goes up. That's the end of that paradigm. This should be the end of it.
Brian. Look at this, right? Okay, let me simplify it and I'll show you, right? What comes up next? A question for us to answer, yeah? The guy's delusional, yeah? Because he doesn't know what he's talking about. So there's no point you trying to interpret the ramblings of a madman, right? Look at what's next. Do we have a directional vector? Question mark. What gives a directional vector? Question mark. Do you not know?
This is
come and tell us, Del.
Adam.
What
Adam.
you think the directional vector is.
Adam. We're done with this chat skanking.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just the points that demonstrate, and I'm happy for Del. And he said earlier, do you think I'm triggering? No, I'm not triggering you, Del boy. Yeah, I'm letting you demonstrate how piss weak your argument is, yeah, and how you type like a ball of shill. Yeah, you're a disgrace, mate.
Let's put an end to it, Adam.
Yeah, well then, in which case, Del, come and tell us what a directional vector is and what gives a directional vector. Otherwise, mate, you're not doing out other than being a shill. Done, QA.
Thank you. Let's not deal with the chat skanking. You either come in or you don't come in. If you have somebody that's following you that also believes in your claim, maybe they can make the claim for you, right? And then provide support. It's just as simple as that. That's all we're going to do.
I think, without going back to the chat around, I think the main problem is that Del is in this arena so many years, is that it's disappointing that so many people that have been in it for so long have become disappointments. I didn't think that Del would go down this road at any point ever, that I think he would go down a road like that. From watching him years ago.
How the mighty have fallen.
Well, it's not. I'm not saying that because that's kind of a put down. I'm just saying, like the facts are the facts. A lot of people are like, I mean, it's just that. What I'm saying is that people are disappointed that this is the outcome. After all those years of people, it doesn't matter if Del got everything right or everything wrong. It was his demeanor and way he went about things. He approaching people on the campus, having conversations with them, things like that. That was a good ploy. It was a good thing to do. Putting people under pressure, asking them basic questions about observations in reality. But now he's after taking that to another level that's outside of reality, and it's disappointing for people. That's about the size of it, you know. But look, it's done now. There's going to be more people, more groups with other ideas, just like there's ether and there's other ideas out there. And they're going to go splinter groups, going off this direction and that direction. There's nothing you can do. Just leave them off. Just when someone brings a claim to you, you deal with it. That's it.
Yep. What do you think, Betty? That's the best policy?
I think so, yes.
Yep.
Oh, and I think, yeah, there's enough attention directed to him already. Too long, maybe?
Yes, it's really quite simple. So, like I said, no one's beyond reproach. You have claim.
You have the opportunity to come in, of course, and most people don't. I don't know why.
All right, but I just want to let everyone know I got some serious thunderstorms running through here. If all of a sudden the stream stops, you know why.
And you're a coward and moved along.
Yeah, no, the flash of lightning struck close, probably to a transformer, because all of ours are above ground. There, Betty.
Yeah, that's stupid stuff. Yep.
Yeah, so just to let you know.
So when do we see you again?
That depends on when the power comes back on. But it hasn't gone off, Betty. I'm just putting out just an early warning.
If it ever goes on. Huh?
I already got some tree limbs down in the yard.
Oh, that's saves you some time from cutting it down yourself.
Save me some time from what?
Cutting it down yourself.
Cutting it down as tree limbs that were way up there. I wasn't going to cut them down any darn way.
Okay, well, see, there you go. Saves you some time. You got a super chat, by the way.
No way.
Yeah, make a word.
Is that from Dell?
To join the panel and mic up. It's free. Thank you.
Thanks. AI Overlord. Well, he's got two names.
Something. What are you eating?
Pineapple. Sorry, I really hate.
Stripping down your freaking chin, man.
Sorry that I should have went on mute. I do. I found gestating during conversation as coarse and vulgar. Please forgive me.
And you already knew that, but still do it. So why is the juice dripping down your chin and not up, huh?
It's not dripping. You can't see any juice dripping down anything. You could just hear me chewing. There's no.
Do you think that we can digest anything if you're up in space, with the supposed Narnia space, the way they tell us?
What? Where the hell did that come from?
I'm just thinking about space and being there in a sort of submarine, but then all up in the sky and going around the Earth, supposedly, and trying to eat something that doesn't come up your nose.
Oh my! So we went from juice from pineapple coming down my chin to some kind of submarine floating out in friggin' space.
Mm-hmm.
Only you
Now we're
can.
talking about Earth, aren't we?
Only you can accomplish that, buddy.
Yeah, I have these special mind tricks. I was never good at gymnastics, but my mind can do it.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But do you ever think that that's possible, that you suppose that you have that space and the International Space or swimming station, that you can really be there and eat?
No, Betty, I
And
never entertained it because there can't be. It's a second law of thermodynamics violation.
I know, but I like to sort of follow that sort of
I don't.
reification. Is that a reification fallacy? What is it?
No, it's not a reification fallacy. It's begging the question after the fact.
Back in the question after the fact?
Yes.
Is that another one?
Hold on, that was a big strawberry.
You said you were eating pineapple. You lied.
It's a pineapple mixed with strawberries.
Later on, we find out you have some blueberries as well.
Not a big blueberry fan, Betty.
Why not? It's chock full of vitamin C.
It's not chuck. It's not. It's not chuck more vitamin C than pineapple and strawberries.
Also antioxidants. Whatever.
Betty, slowly step back away from the mic.
Oxidants. Or accidents. Oxidants.
Yeah, accidents. Antioxidants.
It's the Dutch name for free radicals.
Like the band.
Antioxidanten. That's the word we have for free radicals in the.
All right, I can put the food aside. We've got the blind spot in here, and Adam, he had another mission. Now, I can't recall exactly what that mission was.
Oh, God.
My mind's gone a bit of blank. Blind spot, can you help?
Yeah. My mission was given to me by Captain Kiwi.
Captain?
Wait, what's his title? King Kiwi? What's your title? Your official title?
Captain Kiwi. That's pretty handy.
Hold on a second. I like
Captain
that.
Pineapple?
Captain QE. Good one.
And the irony is that I was a captain, so, but beyond that, let's go.
There we go. And so you had put together a montage video. I don't know if you have it ready and you want to play it again or not, but I was asked to review the montage and give my thoughts on said montage.
What was the type? Because I got two montages. One I played at the beginning of the show and another one. We're talking about Shits at 60, correct?
It was the 3-minute one. Yeah. What's your IV? Well, the travel of light, and then the following episode was you presuppose the travel of light.
Light travels.
Okay, so that one, we're going to play it for the audience, so we'll get them up to speed. I have to get rid of that montage and bring up the other one. One moment, please. I will share it also so we can listen to it, so we're all on the same page, so we all understand what's being reviewed. Okay? Give me one moment. That one, and that one. 1 second. All right, there we go. So now that that's up, let's get rid of that. Let's go into Discord. Make sure that they all hear it. I'm going live, so make sure you guys click on me so you understand what's going to be reviewed. And here we go. So we have the Respawn Remedial Retard, Double Speaking Lion Sewer Rat, Shits at 60, Guns A-Blazing, Out of the Gate Ether Argument from FED episode 1702 from 8 months ago.
Well, we have electromagnetic waves that we can show, and either it has a medium that it's waving through, or it's waving through nothing, which is an asinine claim.
So we have electromagnetic waves, which this moron thinks is light, waving through a something medium because they can't wave through nothing. Therefore, his something medium is ether. Then he gets a bit more specific.
Basically, if you have a vacuum chamber, which it does still have some molecules in it, right? But you have all kinds of electromagnetic fluctuations that you can measure and detect within that. And so it's like, what's the energy traveling through?
Now we have a vacuum chamber, you know, the ones we trip over when we walk around in nature, with electromagnetic fluctuations in it, which this idiot considers light. And his question proof for his retard ether is, what's the energy traveling through? Let me say that again. His question proof for his retard ether is, what's the energy traveling through? You got that? Some more light traveling to support his idiot ether claim, so there's no mistake.
Okay, well, that's why relativity was created.
Sorry, are you
to try
telling
to
me you're
explain
going
away
around
the
peddling
results.
this crap to this community based on a fucking parlor trick?
No, just based on antecedent relationship. Like,
Sorry,
it's just a
what was the
logical
phenomena
framework,
studied
like,
in this highly scientific parlor trick? What was the phenomena studied?
the difference in travel of light. The difference in travel of light. The difference in travel of light.
So it's clear. The support for his asinine ether claim is the travel of light. 10 days later.
No, you're presupposing that light's traveling from point A to point B.
I'm not.
Yeah. So we got this fork-tongued, double-speaking clown carry on for nearly 2 hours about his question-proof, substanceless medium ether horse shit, with his shining example, the travel of light, then has the mind-numbing Dunning-Kruger audacity for his encore performance 10 days later to charge his opponent for presupposing what? The travel of light.
No, you're presupposing that light's traveling from point A to point B.
I'm not.
So let's head back to Shits at 60s, Guns A-Blazing, Out of the Gate Ether Argument from FED episode 1702.
Well, we have electromagnetic waves that we can show, and either it has a medium that it's waving through, or it's waving through nothing, which is an asinine claim.
So we have electromagnetic waves, which this moron thinks is light, waving through a something medium because they can't wave through nothing. Therefore, his something medium is ether. Then he gets a bit more specific.
Basically, if you have a vacuum chamber, which it does still have some molecules in it, right? But you have all kinds of electromagnetic fluctuations that you can measure and detect within that. And so it's like, what's the energy traveling through?
So we got the full story. We have electromagnetic waves in a vacuum, and the question proof is what's the energy traveling through, and is confirmed again here.
What does the electromagnetic wave propagate within?
Let's pinpoint exactly what these electromagnetic waves are.
I can shoot a laser through a vacuum chamber, and it
Why
gets
would
to
you
the
do
other
that?
side.
So shooting a laser through a vacuum chamber means he's shooting light. Therefore, the electromagnetic waves he's speaking to is light. 10 days later.
So I never claimed that light is a wave.
What does the electromagnetic wave propagate within? I can shoot a laser through a vacuum chamber, and it
Why
gets
would
to
you
the
do
other
that?
side.
So I never claimed that light is a wave.
So what's left after lying and double speaking for nearly 4 hours? Folks, I have over 8 hours of videos on my channel assessing every single doublespeak, logical fallacy, outright lie, and made up on the spot contradicting piece of horse shit spewed from the despicable dipshit Shits at 60. So again, what's left? Yep, you guessed it. The only port in the storm. This schmuck outright denies the very argument that he made for his fuckwit ether. 4 days ago, 24/7, Flat Earth Discord.
My position is not light goes through a vacuum, thus it must have a medium in it because light needs a medium to travel through. That is not, no, okay? I never.
What the hell did you just say?
My position is not light goes through a vacuum, thus it must have a medium in it because light needs a medium to travel through. That is not, no, okay? I never. Well, we have electromagnetic waves that we can show, and either it has a medium that it's waving through, or it's waving through nothing, which is an asinine claim. My position is not light goes through a vacuum, thus it must have a medium in it because light needs a medium to travel through. That is not, no, okay? I never. Basically, if you have a vacuum chamber, which it does still have some molecules in it, right? But you have all kinds of electromagnetic fluctuations that you can measure and detect within that. And so it's like, what's the energy traveling through?
The prosecution rests for now. Flat Earthers, what are you going to do? There you go. That was under investigation for evaluation by Blind Spot. Floor is yours.
Yeah, and I know some of you probably remember from a couple of weeks ago, my my first task was just to evaluate ether as a claim, as someone coming into the concept of flat Earth fairly new. And so you can go back a couple episodes. I think it might have been a Ballbusters episode actually, and check that out. But you know, if I had to, and so I listened to this, right? And this is not an accusation, QE, but I can imagine that some people, whatever maybe different camps they're in or whatever, might say something to the effect of, "Oh, it's a hit piece," or "It's cherry picking," or whatever, right?
That's
it's
not cherry picking. That's not cherry picking. You don't
I
know
didn't
what
say it was. I
you
said other people might make that claim.
Yeah, if they do,
So-
they'll get their asses handed to them. But go on.
And that's fine. You can hand out all those asses you want to.
You heard
let
what
me
you
just-
heard.
Yeah, and again, if you let me finish the point,
Good.
other people might initially, especially let's say they're followers of Whitson, right? That might be one of the claims they would put forward. And so I thought to myself, okay, well let me think about the things I've heard here, and let me go to the sources. And so I went to 1702, I think it is, and 1721 or 24, and re-listened. Those are both the shows of FED that Whitson called in on, right? And for the third time now, listen to them fully. It's quite a bit of my life I've lost listening to these conversations, but nonetheless, it actually there's so much more there that fits the mold of what you put together that it's just a small sample. And again, I don't know Whitson. I'm not here to ad hom him or insult him or whatever. But ultimately, it feels to me, if I'm being the most charitable, I feel like he's read a couple of Tesla biographies and just wants to be the next Tesla and come up with these concepts to make them have validity or truth. But he doesn't even know quite what he's saying yet. And it's like he's still formulating the concepts in his own mind, but yet out publicly promoting them. And hence the reason he says the IV is due to the travel of light. But then in I think in his ether presentation, he says light's instantaneous, right? And so there is no travel. And so he's, like you say, he's double speaking. He's constantly contradicting himself. And yeah, whether or not he's intentionally lying, I'm not going to divine his mind, but it's definitely full of contradictions and double speak. But then I listened to one more show and this is really what put the nail in the coffin for me. And it was the show where you reviewed the interview he did with Flatzoid. And this is post 1702, 1721, or whatever those episodes were, where he spends an hour and a half just bitching and crying and whining about how he was treated on FED, how he couldn't get a word in edgewise, how he was berated, and you name it, whatever the case might be. And about the middle of that episode, Flatzoid's sitting there having a conversation with him, and I don't know these people. I mean, I know Flatzoid, but I don't know the people that are being referenced here necessarily. But he says, Bob's Skyping me right now, right? He's literally Skyping me right now. This is Flatzoid speaking. I'm paraphrasing. And he's like threatening Flatzoid live on Witsit's show, behind the scenes, right, through Skype or whatever, and just berating him and threatening him and accusing him of stuff. And I've seen the Skype messages. Flatzoid was kind enough to share some of them with me. And what really struck me is Witsit's reaction to that entire endeavor, which was, well, dude, you can't say that on my show. Bob's my boy, right? In other words, it's okay for me to sit here for an hour and a half and bitch and cry and whine about how I wasn't given fair treatment or whatever the case might be. I was berated. But as soon as that shoe is on the other foot, I'm going to contradict yet again my entire position here and say, well, that's my boy, so it's cool. And I just thought that it was the most, I don't know. I just, I think a person's integrity is critical. And I thought it was just a really disingenuous response to what was happening in real time to Flatzoid on that show. So yeah, it's just ultimately, hey, and who am I? Nobody, right? But maybe figure out your position first before you start espousing it publicly and contradicting yourself all over the place. And it kind of goes to what you guys are talking with Dell. Make your claim and then back it up. And that's just not what's happening here. It's really weird that these concepts are coming out and everyone's building their own new replacement for gravity for some reason. It's just really strange. So,
he has no integrity.
Hold on a second. That was pretty good damn evaluation. What do you think about that, Adam?
Yeah. Very good analysis. Good research from what you cited.
Yeah.
And very telling. I wouldn't disagree with a word of it, particularly the last bit. The signs of a clique. Very telling. So I'm glad you picked that up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't know who Jaren is. I don't even know who Witsit is. I've seen a few videos and I've seen some stuff that he does, and he's done well in the past. But this whole ether thing is just so strange. The whole thing is just so strange. And Del, I don't know if he's here listening or whatever. I don't know you. I did not get the mission to research the Yumis, but it sounds like there's all kinds of debacle over there too. So I just don't get what's happening here. Like, why don't I love FED and I love most of the people on 24/7 AI is here too. Like, dude, what is observable, measurable, repeatable, testable, falsified? Let's just go figure out what we can fucking know. Why are we playing these weird games? It's strange.
Very well said.
That's
John.
that pride messing with them.
John, I find out the meaning of your surname. It's very interesting.
Wow.
It's saying something. It's connected with the one place, and because of that place, it could be translated like a lord or commander.
Uh-oh, Betty.
And it's saying that could be that things it's leading to that who has this surname could be some kind of officer, military officer.
Oh shit! Betty was hoping for something more around asshole.
No, I wasn't.
Wait a minute. A commanding officer, asshole. I mean, aren't they synonyms?
Touche.
Too funny.
Yeah. But not to diminish the guy that was like the blind spot. I mean, he was doing a great job, right?
Yes. Yeah, it was a good evaluation. I thought it was fair.
Yeah.
I just don't know what Witsit did good on.
Well, no, I went back and watched some of the older modern day debates, with him against McToon, and the more recent one, I thought he actually did reasonably well against this Ozian and Bitar, whatever that other guy's name was. So I've said this before, when he sticks to like the core concepts, he can articulate them well. It's when he ventures off into Narnia, right? And then he contradicts himself, then especially for someone new, dude, what are you talking about? I don't even know what's going on. And I will say this, Q, because I heard your little montage before I did my last review of just Ether in general, but I almost kind of set it aside because I really was going for what is the core concept.
Right.
But what I realized, it took me 3 times, and this is me simping for QE for a second, but it took me 3 times. The third time I listened through the full episode of 1702, 1721 to pick up on some of the nuances that you actually put forth in that montage. Because I remember listening to it, I never realized the complete. And look, you obviously have a much more scientific, or a greater scientific acumen than someone like myself. But it took me a while to pick up on the contradictions. So, yeah, I don't know. It's unfortunate that stuff's going to happen, I suppose.
Yep. Yeah,
It's
I was
interesting, Overlord. I don't know if you've heard it, Q. It's really weird. It's Karen B and Witsit, and they do a fantastic job. From the bit I was on Flatsoid's channel reviewing it, and from the bit I saw, I really can't fault it. The irony. Well, the irony is, Witsit starts with, "Yeah, we mustn't use any ad homs against each other and no fallacies," and he does proceed like that and picks them up with a set of standards that he's learned. I don't know where he learned them. But he applies them against the ballers. And I've got no criticism there. It's when those standards just drop to try and prove the things that he believes. I've got no problem with him believing whatever he wants. But to try and portray it as truth and measured by the standards that he takes the ballers apart is where I have an issue and why I'm speaking up. Because it's dishonest and it's disingenuous. And I think blind spot perception is very good. He's purporting not even formulated correctly in his own head yet, and that's obvious and therefore even more annoying to have to listen to. Certainly when you investigate it. To me, it's like, dude, no?
Can we give a concrete example?
Yeah, the definition of electrostatics would be a great fucking starting point. Is that concrete enough for anyone?
Sure.
Yeah, because he's not concrete to him, not in the slightest.
So I actually did some incognito research with the.
No, is that true or is that false? Because you asked for a specific citation, I gave you one. Did we respond to that?
Oh no, I was just saying do it. I wasn't saying to open it up for response necessarily.
Well, why did you say do it?
Because I wanted to do it.
What was its point of justification? Why did you say it?
Because I was going to mention one that I had in mind.
All
But
right.
you're free to mention. You were free to mention one that you had as well.
I think he was being rhetorical at him. He wants to bring his own.
I thought I was being put on the spot, which I thought I did quite well on. Fair. That's fundamentally one of the biggest things, electrostatics. We covered it in the after show today, yeah? It means one thing 1 minute, one mean another. It has a definition, but it applies in so many different ways to fill so many holes. It's like dark matter to him. That's, yeah? And a bit of dark
Right, so
energy.
when you transpose a token with a meaning in a context where the context doesn't have that meaning, right? That's called a lexical fallacy. So it is a fallacy. Yeah, fair, it is. You could say that as well.
It's not lexical because it doesn't have another meaning. He's not trying to mix the meanings. He's just completely making shit up and wanting it to mean something that he can't even describe. It's not lexical. It's just delusional.
Okay. Yeah, from that point of view, I would concede that.
No, that's not an indictment of the man. It's an indictment of the argument that I'm presenting here.
Whereas I am indicting the integrity.
I wouldn't question that. No one can spout this much shit. Yeah. And B is,
I'm with
I
QE.
give him credit as an intelligent man, but no one can keep, and this is the same with Dell. Yeah. These people have got
Oh
too
my
much
God.
experience in this field, not being genuine with us all. Yeah. They have an agenda. I can't state their motivation, but I can certainly tell they're not being genuine. Yeah. They're not even genuine enough to say, I can't explain that. They just keep
Hold on a
rambling
second.
on and not explaining it, and then call you for being stupid. Yeah.
Hold on, Adam. How do you say they're intelligent, but they act like a bunch of jerk-offs? Where did they lose their intelligence? From
Not
here to there?
It's not a measure. That was my point. It's not a measure of
Yeah.
intelligence. You can be an intelligent deceiver or a dumbass deceiver. I'm suggesting they are intelligent enough to know that they are deceiving. They've not just suddenly had some epiphany of ether or an epiphany of an upward moving earth. Yeah. They've got enough experience in this game to realise the drop in standards of what they're presenting. And it's lower than the ball standards. And yet they're asking people that have come off the ball to follow them. One's asking them to follow upwards, and the other to dissipate into a all-encompassing medium that solves all your problems by magic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good, Adam.
Well, I was going to add, so Dell, I'm pretty sure the other day said that the Earth is not accelerating upwards. It's just moving at a constant speed upwards to try to explain downward acceleration. The problem with that is that reference frame wouldn't result in that result. You need something else. You need a dragging force, essentially, an impedance in the opposite direction.
Shill, Overlord. This is why he's a shill, because then he wastes our time in these discussions. Right? Come and dive into Retardia. No longer is it accelerate. It's just
right.
Going
So
speed. Come for a
right.
good
So I was trying to give you a layup there to connect the two paradigms. Right.
Yeah,
So
but
if you need a dragging medium, right, from which to
we
have
are going
impedance
for a
against.
swim in the depths of Retardia. That's what I'm saying. You see how he's wasting your time? He's making you think about shit it's like Bob. Let's go for a thought experiment. This is what he's taking. Well, why? Make him come here and demonstrate something that's worthy of discussion, not go down some bullshit rabbit hole. Yeah,
Right,
where
but
you've
I'm
no
trying to
longer
answer
got upward
Mr. Blindspot's question.
I'm sorry, I'm on one, aren't I?
So the synthesis
right,
there is
so.
you need a drag, right? And what's the standard postulation for the dragging medium that's in the, mystical universe? Oh, that's ether, is it not? So that synthesizes those two paradigms, right?
You're doing the
so then they become buddies, right? But the ultimate claim when you're making claims about that type of stuff is eventually you get into the borderline between the physical and the metaphysical for the cause of motion. And that's really where they want to go. They want to make claims about the metaphysical and validate it with the physical. So that's the answer to Mr. Blindspot's question. It's a spiritual battle.
That much credit I wouldn't give them, Overlord, either of them.
Yeah.
I'm
Thinking the same
respectfully
thing. They're not that smart.
Not with them too.
Listen.
It might be
I mean,
paid
if you're aware of the Judeo-Christian paradigm, then you're aware that there's powers, principalities, spiritual wickedness in high places that influence mankind.
I'm not saying that. I was talking about their cognizance of those things, not yours or mine.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, you could say, oh, someone's doing these things and they're not aware that this is the end result. That could be true.
Damn, you guys are waxing all philosophical and stuff. I'm just trying to point out double speaking and lying.
Those
That's
are
it.
also principalities, John.
Take it. Oh, I understand that there are, but I'm just trying to point those things out. There's no other way. You know, regardless of the topic, I'm putting the topics aside. I could care less about the topics at this point. I'm just trying to show lying and double speaking. I think I did. In spades. And there ain't no excuses.
In diamonds, too.
If there is, I'd like to hear. I want to hear some simps. Because like Blind Spot said, I had a plethora. I had an encyclopedia that I could post. I just merely said I have over, what was it, 5 or 8 hours of more? I just wanted to take just the sample out and demonstrate it.
Yep. Well, and I'm not afraid to be have a little humility and admit my ignorance, right? To the, we'll say, some of the talking points, right, that are brought forward. And I think Whitsitt especially, I haven't listened to Del much, mainly because I can't understand. I'm not sure if he's speaking English or not. But with Whitsitt, when he speaks so quickly. It's almost like it sneaks in. And maybe it sneaks in on him. I don't know. Maybe his mind's going so fast and he speaks so fast, he's whatever, and he's light is traveling through the medium and I shoot my laser through a vacuum tube. Whatever, dude. I don't know. But for someone new to the entire concept or this space to begin with, that's why that shit just flew by me initially, right?
Yeah.
And it's seductive, right? It's yeah. Anyways,
Do it again, Blind Spot.
You
Yeah,
might-
down pat. Do it again.
You might say charismatic.
Yeah, no, absolutely. 100% agree with that. Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I thought it was robot.
Nah, they were ignoring you.
Typical. That's how you do it.
No, well, it's I was ignoring you because you were putting me on the spot and I didn't want to do it again.
So, what did you have to say about that, Betty?
About what specifically?
The line and double speaking. You went to the principalities and powers. Were you trying to connect those two?
Of course, because I think AI said it, right? It's usually from the devil, right? That sort of disguises and tries to manipulate people.
So the line and the double speaking are some of the traits that he possesses?
Well, the thing is that the devil always tries to persuade you or to sort of get you away from God or to get you away from the truth, right? And I'm thinking many people will speculate about stuff and eventually they begin. First, it's like just ideas or like something up in the air, like things. And later on, you think, oh, this could be, and now it must be true. And then they start to hold on to it, and then it gets into a truth of its own sort of thing, and then they want to have followers, and because the devil likes to be worshipped. That sort of stuff. Those are the principalities, and usually when you are dealing with people, and which don't hold the truth, it's basically a fortress, right? These strongholds, these fortresses that you can't penetrate anymore. And the more you try to, the more they will hold on to their beliefs. And it's kind of sad.
Hey, QE, I'm still trying to get familiar with the terminology. But will you finish, Betty? Because I can barely hear you.
But go on.
Okay, good. I'm sorry. No, go ahead, because I can't really.
Go on.
I think we lost you. Is that D-Rose?
Yes.
I think you're breaking up.
No, I was going to ask you guys or ask QE. Am I breaking up like a robot?
Nope, not yet.
Okay. from what AI repeated, quoting Dale saying that he didn't say that the Earth is moving upward in accelerated motion, but it's moving in a consistent motion or something like that. I'm not. Don't take me.
Constant velocity.
But constant velocity. Wouldn't that be like a double talk reification fallacy claim? Like he's correcting himself, but he's still making a fallacious claim. It's almost like saying, I can't run fast in the car, but I can carry a car on my back and run about 5 miles per hour. It's just both of them are ridiculous. But he's saying just because he didn't say accelerated and clarified it as a constant velocity, but he's still claiming that it's going up, right? So does it matter?
Not significantly, but we'll let Dale figure that one out.
Well, I think there's 2 points here. If I can jump in, I think what AI was, the reason AI even mentioned that previously was because he was showing to me how those two concepts actually become buddies. And that's through the dragging medium that AI was referencing and connecting those two paradigms in a weird way. They're strange bedfellows. And I think that was the point he was making. But then ultimately back to, before I even jumped in here, I was listening. And when Kiwi said to Dell, come in here, make your claim. It doesn't matter if your claim's crazy. Back it up. Whatever your claim is, if you're going to make a claim, back it up. Period. End of story. That's it. You know, that's how you judge it. Was it something I said?
No, you're exactly right. There, you don't feel comfortable with small blocks of silence, do you?
No. Ask anyone I work with, man. You figured me out. That was pretty bang on.
Take it as a compliment, because normally people just want to jump in no matter what you've said. So if people are quiet, they might have actually listened to it.
Yeah.
Whereas when I get that, I don't know what that means. I don't know if people are side-eyed and saying, "What the fuck is he talking about?"
Sometimes D-Rose, but it'll get better.
I know.
You raise a good point when you jumped over Betty. But yeah, it's important to note that if we're now claiming a constant speed, yeah, that even in itself doesn't necessarily not claim an acceleration. But these are things for Del to come and clarify with us. He's not made it clear what his claim is. He seems to propose something by proxy, have Flat Earth Debate address it, and then deny it, and then have us do something else, which is, I think, exemplified by the list of questions he proposed tonight in the chat. So it's an interesting thing, but all I see at the moment is straw manning or complete ignorance. Because like I said, fundamentally there to say it's not an acceleration, it's going at a constant speed, isn't in of itself denying the first supposition. Huey will understand what I mean by that, and hopefully a few others will.
No, I definitely get it. I guess you said it better than I did. Whether y'all expecting him to make his claim, stay on top of it, be consistent with it, and stop double talking. At the end of the day, what he's claiming is still gibberish. It's still nonsense. It's still fantastic. At the end of the day.
Well, I heard the claim in the Maelstrom. I don't think many people caught it. It was hard to catch. I'm not saying I'm a special boy or anything, but I was actually listening intently, and I caught it. It's on tape, but I want to hear it again. I want to hear the claim, and then I want to hear the support for it. I don't think that's unreasonable.
That was part of the invite this evening.
Yep.
It does appear to have changed in front of us what we've been asked to consider from Dell. So hence the point of the invitation, and it's still there. If it's on Flat Earth Debate or this time next week, whatever, you know what I mean? But I say, I've not... It's a bit like when I was like the emissary for the Ethereans. It's hard to critique something that's not yet been defined by the claimant.
I think it's a great strategy for Dale, because then when y'all do state the claim, not knowing whether it's the constant velocity versus the acceleration, whatever, he could then say, "Stop straw manning me. I didn't say that." And then you say, "Well, state your claim," and then he starts cussing y'all out, cussing everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a strategy. He kind of jumps from one thing to the other, so that he can then accuse somebody of straw manning his claim, because we don't really know what it is.
No, he knows what it is. I heard.
Well, if we narrow it, yeah, you're right.
No one else did. I did, because no one else said anything. Now, it was hard to hear it because it was jumbled up and a little crosstalk, but I got it. It's on the recording.
Well, where he qualifies velocity versus acceleration.
No, the overall arching claim, not any of subclaims.
And this recording was the recording where he and Nathan were going back and forth?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You didn't play it before I got in here, did you?
No.
Because I missed it. Okay.
Now, I don't know whether it was... I don't think it was on the live show. I think it was on the after show. Has that been published?
I don't think so. I don't think so. That's what I was asking Nathan. Please put this on the premiere.
Right.
Talking about the thing that proves the density tower. Okay.
No, it wasn't that. No. Oh, wait a second. Say that one more time.
The thing that proves that I'm trying to be surreptitious. So the thing that proves the density tower.
Not the density tower specifically, but you're close.
But what orders it? Yeah, it's on Nathan's short clip from yesterday. I think if you want to listen to it, it might be there if you go to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, hold on a second. I didn't get a chance to listen to the short clip from yesterday. So give me a moment. I'm not listening to it. I'm going to go find it. So obviously it's under shorts.
It's 8 minutes long, so it was put out on the channel yesterday. I can find it if you want.
Boy, this looks weird. It's not. What the hell? Go to videos. I don't have any 8-minute long ones. Adam,
I'm going to send you the link in Skype.
Yeah,
now.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
So you've got it.
Yep.
You've got it.
All right, so it was only like 2 minutes.
But the point's repeated a couple of times, but
this is members content only. I'm not a member.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Hey, Nathan, what the hell, man?
Shocking, isn't it?
Can any member grab it? Can any member grab it and put it up on
Yeah,
the
but
thing?
I can't
Right
play
here?
it. I can't play it.
Are you speaking of the one that he played after I asked about it? Because then it's on the live show, which should already be published. But finding it, that would be difficult.
Shouldn't I be like an honorary member at least?
It's shocking. Give me 2 minutes and I'll find it and come back.
That was 10th man's argument.
You need to pay.
It says if you're not going to make me an honorary member, then I ain't paying.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Betty. Sorry. Go ahead.
You need to pay for these services.
Yeah, but come on now.
Yeah, so that there's no way around it. So maybe you need to pay him, then he can pay you back, right? And then maybe you can do it that way.
Huh. All right.
Are you really?
I thought you were going to go in another direction because this might have been an example of something that you were kind of stressing before, like, but you
Cheapskate?
not that. We didn't bring that part up yet.
Okay, well now it is.
You more or less.
I was watching these cheap. Oh my god, that word. Cheapskates on TLC one time, and what was it again? We had some fun about one of these. Oh, yeah, the guy with one rib. He ordered for when he was out on a first date with a woman. He ordered one rib, not a case of ribs, or how do you say that? But just one.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Betty,
Yeah.
how much for an order of ribs? And Adam, I can't. When you put this,
I'm sharing screen.
I know you are. Would you just relax? Your screen sharing. Okay, hold on, Betty. So you're sharing your screen now. I wonder if the audio will go through. Give me a test, Adam, because I do have your video up.
Proving, and you didn't say it was proving.
Yes. Go ahead, rewind it. Okay, 1 second, folks. Let me get it on here. Let me try something else so everyone can hear it out there in YouTube land. That should do it. Adam, the floor is yours.
What it was proving, and you didn't say it was proving Earth's moving up. It's because you seem to be under the misapprehension that you can replace Earth moving up with a density gradient.
Is the Earth station?
Is it a stutter much?
Is the Earth stationary, Nathan?
I'm not making a claim, Del. You're claiming Earth moves up and then substituting that claim which you are yet to demonstrate with a density gradient.
There is a density gradient. And
that's not Earth moving up, though, is it, Dumbo?
I claim that it is. I claim that it is.
It's not Earth moving up.
I claim that it is.
It's not Earth moving up.
Yes, it is.
Oh, really?
I bet he claims that it is.
No.
Hold on. I'll leave it to you, Secret Squirrel.
Are you done playing it?
Yeah, well, that was the point where he says, I claim that it is. The density gradient is proof that Earth is moving up.
Nope, that's not it.
And I'm out of guesses.
You're not out of guesses because you've seen the post in BALLBUSTERS stream.
I have now. I'm now more confused.
I have now.
Oh, I'm more confused because that's not what I just said.
No. Nope, it's not what you just said, and it's not what he just said.
Right, you should explain to everybody else instead of me.
No, no, I don't need to explain it. I just told you. It is not what he said, Del. It's not what he said. He did not say that in your clip right there. Now, was it close? Yeah.
Okay. Shall I quote him?
Go ahead.
No. The density gradient is caused by Earth moving up.
Oh, I didn't hear that in your clip.
I'm gonna have to share again.
No, don't do it. If it said it, then okay. I missed it.
How long is that clip for, by the way?
It's 8 minutes, but
8
it
minutes.
kind of reiterates that point a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't even catch it that time, Adam. So it was difficult to catch it. I caught it the first time. I just didn't hear it then.
So what did you get then?
Yep, that's what so say it again, Adam.
Yeah. So he's saying that the fact we have a density gradient, is proof that the Earth's moving up, i.e. the density gradient is caused by Earth moving up.
That's what he exactly said. The density gradient is caused by the Earth moving up.
Why?
No, that's what he said. That's the claim.
I understand, but why?
Why did he say it, or why?
Why does he think it?
I don't know. So, do you want me to give the game away here, Adam? Thanks a lot.
Therefore, he's a Yumi.
Hold on, original D-Rose. So you want me to give the game away? I was holding that back in the hopper.
I think that's sufficient. Just that's the claim.
So I'm not going to say anything else. Repeat the claim, Adam, so people understand what the claim is, and then I want to hear what their rebuttal or their response to that is.
They'll vote. The density gradient is caused by Earth moving up.
Okay, once you hear that, flat earthers, what is your response?
Chill.
No.
Oh.
Chill.
No, Betty.
Betty.
Yeah, because that is my response.
Betty, chill.
I'm thinking flat Earth society as chill action thing, right?
She's either hot or cold. I like it.
Yeah.
So basically, if you agree with it, you're a Yumi, right?
Nope, that's not the response I'm looking for.
Give us an A, B, a C.
Come on, Adam, say it again.
Quote, Dow. The density gradient is caused by Earth moving up.
What's your response, flat earther?
Chill.
Here we go again.
That's delta X.
There's a key word in there.
What, dude?
If there is a claim of causation, then there is a method by which you can demonstrate causation, and which would be the scientific method.
OMG. Who is that? Because I've just got M ... Who is that?
I'm called Matic Rucher.
I can't hear you that well. Can somebody translate?
Matic Rushev.
Matic Rushev, I don't know you. I don't think. You are exactly right, sir. So, there's a method to adjudicate this, isn't there? Because we definitely have a natural cause and effect relationship. So, the effect is density gradient, or the natural phenomena. Now, it's a little weak. However, I'll give it to him. Now we have the dependent variable. We also have his independent variable, the cause, Earth moving up. So, the Earth moving up causes density gradient. What's the next step?
Manipulate the Earth moving up.
That's correct, sir, because the independent variable must be manipulated by the researcher to validate the cause of the effect. So, Del, manipulate the Earth moving up. Game.
Answering again.
Game, set, match. You're finished. You're done.
Glad you answered for me, Matic, because I was going to say throw shit out of a window.
That was me, bro. Mighty much.
So it's an invalid
Thank you, sir.
hypothesis.
That's
It's non sequitur. Invalid hypothesis. It's numpty. We tracking. Because that was waiting for you.
Out of a window.
Because I listen, I have to admit, you're trash talking in chat. I was putting up with that because I was hoping you'd come in, because that was waiting for you. So that was a good move, not coming in. Good on you. You will hear it again, though, sir.
And again, and again, and again, and again.
Yes. That it's really just that simple.
The density gradient is caused by Earth moving up.
Yep.
And Dale jumping up and down and bending at the knees up and down doesn't prove Earth goes up.
So if the Earth moves up every time that something falls, that's weird, isn't it?
That it's more than weird. There's no validation. It's non sequitur. It's a nonsense.
So when I drop something, my Earth is moving up faster
Nope.
than on the other side.
Nope. You never be able to validate it. It's
Isn't that a sort of a stupid claim then?
it's a substanceless vapor.
Vapor, ether.
It's real close.
You know what it reminds me of? You know those skits they show when the guy, it was one thing, is the animation where the guy steps off one lever and the construction beam comes across, catches him, he keeps on walking, drops off the other one, the beam catches him and brings him up, steps off the other. That's what it reminds me of. That's how stupid it sounds. One of those cartoons.
Yeah. Unless he really falls down at the end.
Nope. That's it. That's all it is.
So that was a little substance at the end.
There was some substance right at the end, and now you're presuming it's the end.
Kiwi, I think, hey Kiwi, I think it deserves one of these. Hold on.
Leading to it.
All right, we get the picture, D Rose. Good one. Yes, it's just that simple. So, yep, that was waiting for you. Sorry.
That you could be there to catch it.
It's sorry I kept that back in the hopper, but you know.
You got a big hopper, don't you?
Yeah, well, you know, you can't come in and say, well, or you can't charge me. Well, you shot an unarmed man, QE. Well, he should have armed himself.
Unarmed or one-armed.
Yeah.
Or you're shooting from the hip, aren't you?
Because I rarely ask questions I don't know the answer to.
You rarely ask people in if you don't have, like, cannon fodder.
Well, it depends. Yeah, I don't really need it. I could shoot from the hip. I just wait and listen very intently.
Yep.
Because sooner or later it's going to come out, and it came out. Even though, like I said, it was a maelstrom, it came out.
Maelstrom. That's the word of the day, isn't it?
Isn't it? Let's use it. Use it in a sentence.
I can't. I got a maelstrom of thoughts now running in my head.
That's yeah, that works.
That works, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
$10,000 word.
All right, so that's just about it. I don't think Dell's coming in.
No. All we're gonna get is his maelstrom of ad hom.
Yeah. Nice.
Yes, everybody say a sentence with the word maelstrom. Oh, maelstrom. Maelstrom. Maelstrom? Whatever.
No, maelstrom. You got it right. Cheese.
Cheese?
No, G's. Golf, Echo, Echo, Zulu. Not cheese. Charlie, Hotel, Echo, Echo, Sierra, Echo.
Unbelievable.
What do you want me to do?
Jeez.
When you're speaking over radio trying to spell things, you got to do it phonetically, or the B's and the D's and all that get confused, and you're like, what the hell do you? I can't get it.
Words and even letters that sound the same.
Yes.
Yes.
So
oh, there you go. There you have to have delta and Vuelta and.
So, do you want me to phonetically spell out every single thing I say?
No, because I won't be able to hear you. When people do that with the Echo, Bravo, whatever, I tune out. It doesn't catch on.
Why not?
I don't know. I seem not behapt to get it.
My brothers and sister caught it right off the bat. They were still kids when I came back. They all knew the phonetic alphabet one day.
Yeah, but that's English, right?
Yeah.
And in Dutch, things that sound a lot different. Also,
Yeah,
the
it's
alphabet.
not sound differently. It's the initial word. It's the initial that the word is spelled with. The first initial.
Oh, I know. But then you make more sounds, which confuse me altogether.
Don't worry about the sound of it. All you have to do is quickly know how the word's spelled. Why are you rumpusing me?
I'm trying to make a point here. When you try to say, okay, write this down, Echo, Bravo, what? I'm going to write down Echo, Bravo.
No, you do the first letter.
I don't get the first letter.
If you know Echo's the first initial is E, that's what the focus is on. Now you know it starts with an E, not a D or a C or a B.
E is my I. And my I is my A.
Oh, brother.
That's really true. You guys sort of like have it a little bit backwards.
What do you? No, we don't.
You don't know the sound ah, because ah doesn't exist in your language. Almost.
We don't have a word that started with ah. It's alpha. Let's evaluate every one of them.
Alpha.
Alpha. What does alpha start with?
A or A.
What? Bravo.
Oh,
what is?
man.
Hey, here we go. We're gonna go through this. Everyone's gonna be sticking forks in their eyes by the end of this. Probably right where Charlie is.
I already got one in mind.
Can we just not say amen?
So E is
Make a shortcut.
an I in my language, right? And I is an A in your language.
Yeah, but when I say echo, what does echo start with?
I know it starts with an E.
There you go. That's why it's useful.
No, it doesn't have to. The thing is, it's not about usefulness. It's for me. It's totally making it worse.
I don't see how.
Because I write down the whole wordings.
That's where your mistake is. You just need to write down the first letter.
Yes, but I hear too much. It's confusing me.
Like your sister, right? Sister is.
Yeah, Sierra. You could write Sierra also with a C. So.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Well, if you have it with a C and you write it with a C, how would you pronounce it?
Hey, how would you say X-ray phonetically?
EX.
EX. That is really good.
Still gone over your head.
And if you pronounce it, you would say X. I would say AXI, right? Or Y. So yeah, it doesn't help me. I'm sort of not able to do that.
So it's useful. Like I said, it's useful in radio communication, and that's what actually we're on, essentially, right? Because letters sound the same. If I go to spell something for you, right, they sound the same. However, if I put a word to that everyone knows what the first letter is, and we're having a spelling contest, you're going to know how to spell that word and not be confused right off the bat. Because like when I call up and they ask me, for my personal information, I give my name. I usually spell it out quickly phonetically, and then we could just move on quickly because they know exactly what I mean.
Right. I want you to clarify what I want you to give me the results of. I want the results of my X-ray.
Yeah.
And Betty, those who don't know the military phonetic, the United
Just
States Army.
answer the question, D Rose.
Oh, I thought that was a question.
I want my X-ray. I want to make sure I'm getting the right results for the right thing. I don't want my bloods, which would be Bravo, Lima. I want my X-ray results.
Yeah, Echo. Xantippe.
No, what is it, QE?
X.
X-ray.
No, it's X-ray. Romeo Alpha. Yeah.
What? You're part of the IR?
Make
You're
sense.
what? Wait a second. You're part of the IRA?
X-ray. That's the phonetic pronunciation for X. If I ask for my X-rays, I ask for my X-rays. Romeo Alpha.
Yankee.
Why? Yankee. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't know you were spelling it out. I was concentrating on the test.
It took me a while to understand what you're talking about.
What if I asked for a kiss and I got my X-ray results?
Kilo India Sierra Sierra.
Sign it with a kiss. Do I get X-rays at the end? If I ask for an X-rays, then I get an X-ray Romeo Alpha Yankee.
So X is X-ray.
Yes.
So if you spell it like Echo, right, and then the X is X-ray.
Yes. No, it's xylophone.
Well, and here it's Xantippe.
Oh, brother. What? This is really stupid.
The thing is, we do have, we do that too here, but usually with names. I mean, what is Bravo?
Bravo is like if you said, like if somebody said, could you spell that for me? Your name, you would say Betty, Eddie, Tyrone, Yolanda. She would understand that Betty means B, Eddie means E, Tyrone starts with a T and the Y is for Yolanda. But some people use the military, but people that don't use the military, a lot of them they'll use like Maria or Mike or money for M. For A, they'll say Apple. Just so that you know that you're not saying S or F.
Mm-hmm.
My wife's ex-military. She makes some crazy shit up when she does it.
My wife's ex-military too. Yeah.
Like what?
She kind of walks away when she's trying to do it over the phone. Like P parade, T T thunderstorm.
Matter of fact,
philosophy.
Yeah.
My wife and I were just talking about because the movie had said 9. It didn't say Niner. And we was like, nah, it's supposed to say Niner.
Yeah.
Now, this is supposed to be a military, movie. And this guy goes, I'm at coordinates 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 7.
Wrong.
Yep.
You're wrong, sir. It is tree.
Yes. I was just thinking that. I didn't want to go there.
Now you can tell your wife that.
I didn't want to go there because I thought that would spiral even further. I was going to let him go. But what happened, Original D Rose? Did they say when they got to 9? Did they just say 9?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how you know.
Well, they screwed up at 3, so why wait till 9?
Yeah, I got you, but I was waiting to 9.
Well, no, I just threw that. I just threw that. I don't even know what the numbers actually were, but I was just trying to get to the 9 real quick.
All those numbers need explaining to us civilians.
Well, the man that created it was a Jamaican guy. He said 1, 2, 3.
Ask her.
3.
Oh, okay. So you couldn't actually tell whether he was saying 3 or tree, whether he was actually following the military lingo at 3. Interesting.
Well, in the movie, I didn't even know if he really said 3. I just threw up some numbers just to give you an idea what he did. But the 9 stood out. The 9, he might not even mentioned 3, but the 9 stood out to us. And he was like, huh? He might have said 9 twice in that code.
Were you in the military or just your wife?
Both of us were.
Oh, okay. So ask her how to say 1 through 9 in military numbers. And if she messes up at 3,
I'm going to get a
divorce her.
Divorce her.
Actually, my wife was she had to get security clearance. She was the one that did the decoding of the Chinese submarines in the Russian submarine. So she worked in that, what they call it, not just that, but actually decoding messages that were being transferred from submarine to submarine out in Japan and everything.
So she was a pogue.
I don't know what they call it, but it's a technical name.
I know what they call it. They call it a pogue. What did you do?
Oh, I was a hospital corpsman for the Marines.
Oh, you're a pogue.
I was a doc.
No.
I was a doc.
No, pogue.
Pogue.
I just want to wear military numbers.
AI should be laughing up in there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask him what it is and put him on the spot.
I don't know what a pogue is. I know the Marines used to say pecker checker for corpsman. Anybody that was a corpsman, other than Doc. Hey Doc, it was for the jokes. That's the other Navy people called us the pecker checkers. That was the pejorative, degrading thing that we were called.
Well, thank you.
The Marines called us docs.
Thanks. So, AI overlord, pogue.
Personnel other than a grunt.
I knew he knew it.
Okay. And what's a grunt? A guy that stays on his stomach with a rifle?
Infantry.
A guy that crawls in his stomach with a rifle.
Yeah, so it's like, like a lot of the Army's logistics, right, for the fighting force, and so all the support team is essentially there to facilitate the fighting force. And a lot of times these supports, right, act all uppity and look down on the grunts because they think they're just like, janitors or menial task things, but they don't recognize that their position only exists to support the soldiers, like the actual fighters.
No doubt.
And they're pogues.
Yeah, so we deride them with the term pogue.
So what does your
so they might outrank you sometimes, but they're still like that pecking order.
They're still a pogue.
Yeah.
Well, the Marines don't call corpsmen pogues unless they want their leg to stay attached.
Hold on,
that
Betty.
joint get blown off.
Hold on, Betty had a question. Go ahead, Betty.
What is a grunt? What does it stand for?
Grunt? No, it's not. That's not an acronym.
It isn't.
No.
Why not?
It's just a grunt. It's just a word that it's a descriptor, not an acronym.
For what?
Infantry soldier.
It means the person that's doing the real work.
He's on the ground, He's grunting, sort of the sounds that he makes when he sort of... I try to make sort of a picture of it.
Well, for example, I had this encounter with a supply officer. Well, it was a sergeant, a staff sergeant, and I was only E5 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Coming back in on what was it, like Ready Reserve or something? And I didn't have a uniform, so I was sitting in her office to get the uniform. And so she asked me some questions that I just replied in casual. She says, "Excuse me, that's sergeant, staff sergeant." I'm like, "What did you just say to me, pogue?"
No, you did not.
Right, I've had to look all this up.
Check this out, though. Before you go on, she is right that she is a staff sergeant, and for lack of a better term, underclassmen need to refer to her as such. But sergeants, until you become I can't remember, E7 maybe. Sergeants just call each other sergeant. They don't.
No,
they don't. Sorry, they don't. They don't have to call each other
sergeant first
by
class.
their title.
Sergeant first class, staff sergeant. No, it actually ends. Well, there wasn't too many master sergeants where I was. That usually ends with first sergeant top.
Yeah. So all the sergeants don't refer to each other as yes sergeant, no sergeant. It's like because they're a peer group.
Yes.
In a way.
Until you make gunny.
Yeah, but that's different in the Marine Corps. But we don't want to go down this road. This is boring the shit out of my audience.
Well, I got to clarify something. All you grunts love your medical support. Okay. Don't hold your nose up at us, because we keep
Oh,
y'all
somebody validate him.
we keep y'all circulating into the infantry to be able to fight the battle. We stitch y'all up, give y'all the IVs, take care of your wounds, get you back out there.
He's trying to validate it. He's trying to overly validate himself, isn't he, Adam?
Yes, because I'm
Yeah,
not
and no,
a poet. I'm not a poet. I don't just give out meal trays. I don't cut checks like a dispenser clerk or whatever, or a book clerk.
Who said that? Anyway,
I had to carry a 9mm and an M16 out there during the Gulf War of Kuwait. I'm just making it clarify that I may not have been a grunt, but hey, I had to pop some shells if I had to.
see, now I've got to say thank you for your service.
Somebody feels unappreciated, that's for sure.
Yes.
I don't think anybody had a pop, but I was a bit worried about the way these Masonic military have secret numbers. So, right, correct me if my pronunciations, I've got them. 0 is 0. 1 is 1. Commas, sounds Chinese to me. 2. E-double-O, sounds very Chinese again. 3. 4. Power. That one said. Foul. 5. 6. 7. 7. My Nottingham accent won't do this. 8. And then 9. 9er.
It's not. You screwed up 3.
Which ones?
3, because it's tree, like AI said.
I didn't know it was like tree like an Irishman or tree like a Jamaican. You know, like tree or tree. It's more Jamaican.
Which brand? Well, we got a question and a super chat that Betty's going to get to in a second. But the question, Retro Bill said, which branch of the military uses tree? All of them.
Does it here? I didn't know that. That's why I looked it up. I didn't know what you guys were on about, and I didn't know there was that number confusion.
But Adam, I don't understand why when you do one, you go tree real high with the high first tenor voice, and the other ones you go tree.
That was the Irish way of saying tree.
Oh,
yeah. Or there was the Jamaican way of saying it, tree. You know.
Thanks for that, Betty.
I wasn't sure, so I went Irish.
Chat.
Close to home.
Maybe Adam should do the super chat this time.
No, because you're back. The boss is back. I only stand in.
Sounds like you're scared of them. Okay, so this is for Bill. He says, just tuned in when you guys were talking about kissing. Is Betty talking about kissing booths? Remember that there was a booth at the carnivals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
was
remember.
right.
Retro Bill's all over that, Betty. You got to be careful of things you talk about.
Apparently, I have to. Yeah, maybe that might be keeping like a list of them. All these stupid stuff that I say.
All right, listen. We're about done. We're not going to get any action.
From who? From you?
Adam already revealed my Hopper object.
The pause before Hopper was kind of nice.
Yeah.
Did you invite anybody else besides Dell, or maybe Dell supporters?
Don't you worry about D-Rose. We're ending right now.
Okay.
So let's see what we got here. Let's finish up. Sorry, Betty, give me 1 second. I know it's longer than 1 second, but
take us home.
That's not something that you say.
Yes, I did. Well, you hear me say it, don't you?
No, I didn't hear
it. Take us home.
I think that
whatever.
I think everything is really crazy. What I think is crazy. Everything is the same thing. And it's just different versions of it. Everything is water. Everything is light, matter, water.
Are you high right now?
All the same thing, just different vibrations.
And everything vibrates. And ultimately, we have to become masters of vibration to work through the dimensions of this plane. This is the third dimensional plane. So this physical.
Whatever.
Physical. This is the physical plane. Now, if we close our eyes.
Whatever.
And we envision something, our brain doesn't know the difference between a thought and actual reality.
You go, girl. So I would say the creator exists beyond it, like within it maybe, but
which one is it then?
Yeah, that's what I think. I have heard that about like how all these seemingly like divine properties of water. You can attribute all kinds of things to water, like it morphs around any situation, like it always adapts to the situation. It seems to there is no way to get rid of it. It's perpetually in a cycle as if it were omnipresent.
This is what it is, okay? I said empty your mind.
He's got that covered.
Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
And outside
everyone dies when people die, it's because of dehydration. Even if you're shot, it's the water leaving your body.
What about if you drown?
You know, if you don't have water, you're dead. Everything. Water's delivered everywhere angelically. I don't know.
Or they will say things like, dark matter 100% exists. We know for a fact that dark matter has to exist, but we don't know what it is. So, how could you know it exists? So I don't agree with people making claims about ether and exactly what it is, and even the name. So, how could you know it exists?
You hear that, Mr. Anderson? That is the sound of inevitability.